So we got the homie Blackie, man. He uploaded a new video the other day called Polo G Leveled Up in 2020. Now, I found this very, very interesting because it's tied up to what I wanted to talk about. The other day, Polo G had tweeted something out. He said he's going back to CAPALOT. You know what I mean? He had to clean up his image for the industry. So he's going back to basically, how he came, how he first started, the drill rapping. Even though I really like melodic Polo G, but like I really felt like that was a smart marketing plan, cleaning yourself up for the industry, dropping this, dropping that, but a lot of people, knew who Polo G was because of the melodic music, you know what I mean? A lot of his core fans do, miss the drill work, but a lot of them got used to melodic Polo G as well. But I feel like that's a smart marketing plan as well, man, going back to your roots and stuff like that. So last year was a big year for Polo G in my opinion. And the GOAT actually was my album of the year. I don't know about y'all, but Polo G, the GOAT album was definitely my album of the year. And he definitely leveled up in 2020. I'm not gonna say quote unquote made it, but definitely leveled up, definitely, blew up. And I feel like 2021 is just the start for Polo, you feel me? Like he got those fans, he got everybody listening, everybody tuning in. So now it's time for him to go on that 10-year run, So let's dive into this Polo G leveled up in 2020, see what Blackie got to say. It's crazy that he's going back to CAPALOT, feel me? Because I wasn't there when Polo G first started off with the drill rap. I got tuned in later, you know what I mean? So he said he finna turn up, man. He back on his gangster shit, man. So this is about to be very, very, very interesting, bro. He said, this year I'm bringing CAPALOT back. I had to clean up my image for the industry, but we finna turn up on some gangster shit. So what y'all think, man? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section down below, man. Y'all probably looking at me like, yo, DJ, you not gonna talk about... Look, man, y'all gotta get used to this for like the next 4 months until we figure out what's the next color gonna be, man. So y'all get used to this image, you feel me? It don't look that crazy, but it actually bring out, a bright light. Feel me? White always bring out a bright light. So yeah, get used to this, man. But anyway, let's dive into it, man. Polo G leveled up in 2020, man. Shout out to my guy Blackie. He about to hit a mill too. My guy Blackie.
Now, Polo G, can we talk about how much this guy has actually leveled up in 2020? Just for a second, okay? Can we do that? Since I dropped that Lil Baby 2020 video yesterday, I thought I'd also take a look at Polo's 2020 because there are a couple things I for sure want to bring up. So yeah, let's talk about it. Now, Polo G has obviously elevated like crazy ever since he got in the game. This is one of those rappers who I think had the same "this guy's definitely gonna take off" effect on everyone when they heard his music for the first time. Like I've said in the past, my introduction to his music was Finer Things, like a lot of other people.
Facts. Finer Things was definitely my introduction music to Polo G, man. This is where Polo G was like very melodic, But like I said, I wasn't there when he first started off with the drill rap, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say I'm, a day one fan, but at the same time, I am a day one fan. You feel me? I listened to both albums. I was there. You know what I mean? So I'm a day one, but not a day one. You feel me? Like, but yeah, Final Things definitely blew up. That's my introduction song as well.
After Finer Things, though, he followed that up with Hollywood, and then after that came
tracks.
We Pop Out at Your Party, okay, featuring Lil TJ, which
Another
was
one.
1000% the song that actually helped him properly blow up. Around 2 weeks after that, that's when Battle Cry.
Oh yeah, my last video I said that Pop Out went gold. That's my apologies. Pop Out actually is like 5 times platinum right now, or 6 times platinum. So it's gonna go diamond very, very soon. I don't know what I was thinking about gold, but yeah, Battle Cry. That's another drill rap too.
Came out, and ever since then things have just been going up and up and up for him. Polo started off on a very strong note, man. I think all those consistently good and impactful records he dropped back to back to back to back set himself up real good. He simply capitalized very well on all those initial eyes he had on him. He had the benefit of being a new artist in the genre, who on top of that had a little bit of skin in the game because he didn't come empty-handed leading into Finer Things. He did have a little buzz going for himself with the help of the drill shit. He of course then did a 180, reinvented himself, and introduced himself to the industry as a melody dominant artist, leading into a little bit later in 2019 though. That's when the Deep Wounds music video dropped, and then almost 3 weeks after that, that's when Die Legend dropped, aka his introduction project. He had a lot of momentum going into this project, and I think kind of observing how he decided to approach this release is a great example of the right way to do things as a new artist in the industry. One thing he did really well with Die Legend is really just taking his time with it. He patiently took his time with his introduction project, made sure he had a track record of strong singles behind his name, some really solid visuals that complemented the songs. Everything he dropped, starting from Finer Things all the way to Die Legend, had a very consistent theme in terms of sound. So many things he made sure to have in place before he actually jumped in the water, so to speak. The next chapter of the story was obviously the GOAT. Polo G definitely made sure he delivered on this one. If I had to pick one really good thing, one exceptional thing about this album, and one thing I don't like, what would those two be? The best thing about this project is definitely how well Polo G showcased the good aspects of him as a rapper and managed to compress that into one project that sounds good, that hits hard, that has some emotional vulnerable pain, but isn't too sappy, but also isn't too rough in terms of sound. And then one thing I don't like, I would say for sure the lack of flexibility, I guess you could say, of Polo G as a rapper. Personally, I think he has a lot of untapped potential inside of him he still hasn't brought to the surface.
That makes sense. I really do like the versatility on this album. But what Blackie did say actually made sense. You know, I feel like he do got untapped potentials that he didn't hit yet. So that's why I'm thinking like this drill thing that he about to go back to is really gonna hit differently. You know, because now a lot of people is really hopping on that wave. You know, Polo G, you know, started off like that. You know, people don't view him as a drill rapper. You know what I mean? So I feel like him tapping into that drill work, you know, being where he at his career, I feel like that's gonna help him a lot. You know, because a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, Polo G sound the same in every song, this and that," but what he's doing right now is very smart, man. So 2021 is about to be a great year for him.
Just yet, even though he made sure to flex, no pun intended, a lot of the great qualities of himself as an artist on the GOAT. Overall, I'd say that he was definitely playing it safe. A lot of people have mentioned the flow thing. You know, the Polo G has the same flow comments, and I do agree with that to some extent. It's definitely not on the extreme side at all, though. I think he's just found a really successful formula that works very early on. The flow is, for sure, a part of the equation here, but he's sticking to that because that's what he knows best. That's kind of the GOAT summarized. He gives you the exact product you signed up for, but if you're not that bought into his sound, it might get old for you, which for me personally it doesn't, because I am very much bought into what he has to offer. A lot of people also forget the fact that, Polo G aside, all these young guys are super early in the process. Polo G to me seems like the kind of rapper who's gonna figure it out because he just has an overload of hunger inside of him. At the end of the day, one of the things that does set him apart from a lot of other rappers in his lane is his desire to keep on grinding. Definitely reminds me a lot of Lil Baby's work ethic. Lil Baby is simply staying ahead of the curve because he's putting in so much into what he's doing. Apart from the success in his own music though, he, for example, started his own label, CAPALOT Records. He signed his first artist back in September, which was Scory, who's an artist out of New York. Scory has this really dope song called Moods that dropped in 2020 that's still going crazy. He's also had a couple really notable verses as well. Three-Headed Goat is at the top of that list. His verse on The Code by King Von, R.I.P. to Von, is another one. And then that verse on Book Bag 2.0 by Big K. Beezy, that verse was hard as hell. Stating the obvious, I think Polo G is headed in a very good direction, man. There's a lot of force, a lot of impact, a lot of power behind everything he's doing. Simply put, man, he's moving with a purpose, and that's something that kind of goes beyond just music. There's some rappers who you can look at and instantly, with conviction, say, I know that this artist is for sure gonna stay in the game and actually be relevant for a long time, and he's one of them. With time, I'm sure we're gonna see him stepping outside of his comfort zone, diversifying his approach to how he makes his music. No matter the kind of level he reaches, though, I think one of the consistent aspects of his music that's gonna stick with him is the passion aspect. That's what makes Polo G great, in my opinion. It's gonna be interesting to see how...
No. My introduction song was definitely Pop Out. Then it was Finer Things. I just realized that. Yeah, it was definitely Pop Out, and then it was Finer Things. Because I remember reacting to Pop Out because of Lil TJ, and I'm like, who the hell is Polo? Yeah, I remember that now. I am wildin'. I just had to throw that out there because I was just thinking like, wait, I remember reacting to Pop Out in 2019. Yeah. Just my thoughts. But everything Blackie's saying is, I agree. Like, I definitely agree, and I'm definitely like with Blackie 100%, man.
He approaches that next release though. That Legend was good. The GOAT was great. Will he be able to give us something that's gonna surpass that? Like they say, only time will tell. But yeah,
Only
Polo
time
G.
will tell. I feel like, hopefully, I don't want Polo G to drop a project this year because I feel like he dropped a project back-to-back years, 2019, 2020. So I really feel like he should focus on more of a single, that single that could really boost into like next year project, you know what I mean? So I want him to continue to drop the music, of course, continue collabing, but like, and at the same time continue working on the project. But I don't think Polo G should give us another project, especially because he dropped a project last year, and it's still doing well. People still tuning in. People still, you know, tuning into Polo G music. So hopefully he don't. I'm thinking he's not gonna give us a project. Hopefully not. I just want him to continue to work on his, his sound, continue getting better. Obviously, he said he's switching sides. You feel me? Going back to his roots. You feel me? But like I said, Polo G had a crazy run last year, man. Like everybody keep talking about Lil Baby. You feel me? Dirt, but Polo G was right there, man. Right there as well. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. Y'all happy that Polo G is transitioning back to his roots, with the drill work? You feel me? Cause man, this is finna get crazy, bro. It's finna get crazy, and I feel like Polo G obviously grew as a person. He had to switch up his mindset as well, having a child and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it's only ups with Polo G, bro. It's only ups with Polo G. Only time will tell as well. Man, his music is just so meaningful, bro. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. If you enjoyed this, y'all leave a like, subscribe, and I'm out of here.